First, thank you, Phil. If it wasn't for you tonight, I don't think I'd be here. And I want to thank the organization. I want to thank all the people that joined us tonight. And I'd like to start, I was born here in Los Angeles in 1932. And I lived through all the Holocausts. And I remember when I was a young boy, it was the B'nai B'rith Messenger, the Jewish Journal, LA Times. They always had articles showing the Jews coming from Poland or wherever to the Holocaust and slaughtering a lot of Jews. And I must have been 8, 10 years old. So I lived through this era, and it always stuck with me. But over the years, I wanted to always do something. In 1948, my father went to Israel, and he met the refugees getting out from the camps coming to Israel. And he always threaded to me, take care of Israel, do what you can. And over the years, I've done many things for Israel, and I had his thoughts. But about 5 years ago, I was in Acapulco, and a friend of mine, a Mexican fellow from Mexico City, was telling about the train they had from the Holocaust in Mexico City in the Holocaust Museum. He told me they had one in Washington, D.C., Mexico City, and Tennessee. So I said, why can't we have one in Los Angeles? Well, you have to get one. So how do you get one? Well, you find out. So I was lucky, and there's a friend of mine who's here tonight, Severin Ashkenazi. He's here tonight. He was going back to Poland. I said, Severin, do me a favor. See if you'll get us a train for Los Angeles. I'll try. So about a couple months after he calls me up, Stan, I think we did it. The government, they found one somewhere way in the boondocks, and I think we can get it. He called me next. They want to give it to you. Thanks. So we got the train. The only thing you have to get it so it's running, and I have to put it on a ship. So we bring it here, bring it to Los Angeles. Now the next problem I have, where are we going to put it? My friend Jonah Gobritz had a Holocaust museum in Pan Pacific, but they didn't have room. Rabbi Heyer on Pico Boulevard has a Holocaust. He doesn't have room. So I met some people from USC. They have a big department there, and they say they would like to have the train. Good. So they found room for the train, and about a month later they called me. The president called us up. We can't have it. Too many Muslims in USC. They don't want to take the chance. So we couldn't get it at USC. Wait, it goes further. Then I talked to some friends. Hillel at UCLA, I was a member of. I talked to the rabbi there. Can you help me? We have this train coming. Maybe UCLA will take it. Yeah, they called back. Yeah, they want it. Okay, good. Same thing. About a month or two later, they call. Too many Arabs and Muslims at UCLA. We don't want it. Okay. So I was fortunate. I meet this Rabbi Schmuckler and another rabbi here tonight. And they said this school out in the valley, they have 9 acres, and they have room. It's in Simi Valley. It's called the Jets. They take young Jewish boys and they train them mechanics, carpenters, painters. And they have the school there, but they have room for the train. So we have the train, and Phil, help me. We get there in Simi Valley. Now, what are we going to do now? Well, now they call me up. Phil calls me up for the night. They want to honor me. Okay, I'll make you a deal. I'll be here, but you got to give me some stuff for my train. So they're going to give us some things from the train. I have the paper clips. I don't. People know the story of the paper clips. They have one paper clip for every Jew that got killed. There are trains in Tennessee of the paper clips. In fact, a friend of mine from Detroit donated the train. But now we have a train here, so they were going to give us some paper clips from the Holocaust in Germany. They're going to send us over clothing, and we're really going to have a nice thing, and it's going to be nice so people know in our city what happened in the war, this train. And it should be in the next couple months. We'll have the things in it, and it'll be a great, it's right. I'll tell you where it's at, where the Regan Library is 10 minutes away. And they're going to send everyone that goes to Regan Library to see the train so people will get familiar and see what happened in 1938, 40, 42 to the Jews of the world. So the train's important, and that's why I want to thank you tonight for letting me talk and give me a few things for our train. Anyway, thank you, everybody, and good luck. Thank you, Phil.